Shit. I'm sorry, guys. Shit. Okay, well, I just spent 5 minutes going through the slate completely muted, and I'm wondering, all of a sudden I looked and I'm like, whoa, we've got a lot of chat today, but thank you guys. Uh, barely, basically, we went 3-1 yesterday on the show. Everything's great. Gold Caulfield does what he does. Pavel Skorfeyev cashed for us. Yossi barely got there, but he got there for us. And then Tarasenko, unfortunately, couldn't get the job done. But a big night by the Wild. Kaprizov's heating up. Everything is nice. There's the quick recap of what I was saying. And then quickly here, what's going on with the Stars team? What is going on with their offense right now? Looked like they were back with that 6-1 win against or 6-2 win against Boston, and then get shut out in their next game against Columbus. So Dallas has some issues right now, in my opinion. But we're going to, okay, can't hear you, no audio, you're muted, no sound, we can't hear you. Helen Keller, no sound. Check the chat, Terry. Sorry, look at your chat, over and out. Blah, blah, blah. We can't hear you. Okay, here we go. We're good. That's basically all the chat you guys missed. Thank you guys. I'm so sorry. That's the first time I've ever done that. So forgive me. But we're going to jump into today's slate here. The Tampa Bay Lightning and the Chicago Blackhawks. Tampa Bay minus 300 road favorites. The Blackhawks plus 240 home dogs and a total of 6. I'm never going to do that again, guys. I promise. Total 6 here in this one. Taking a look at confirmed goalies here. Let's do a quick refresh. No one yet confirmed. It's projected to be Vasilevsky against Soderblom. I would not be shocked if the Tampa Bay Lightning keep Vasilevsky for tomorrow against Columbus. And maybe they go with Johansson here against the Blackhawks, but that would just be total guess on my part. The Blackhawks on the second night of a back-to-back here, having started Spencer Knight yesterday, it should be Arvid Soderblom here. 5-8-1, 3.96 goals against average, 867 save percentage. Has not been a good season for Soderblom, especially recently. He has really struggled recently. Bear with me for a second. He has lost 7 of his last 9 games played. He's given up at least 3 goals in 8 of his last 9 games played, including games where he gave up 9, 7, 6, and 5 goals. So Soderblom is a complete auto fade right now, but that's why we're seeing the Tampa Bay Lightning at minus 300 favorites. If you wanted to take them on the puck line, it would be minus 110. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that here, but we will take Brandon Hagel. Anytime goal, plus 155. He scored a goal in back-to-back games, as well as 6 of his last 8. At least 3 shots on goal in 6 consecutive games. Brandon Hagel shoots the puck a lot, and he scores a lot of goals. That's what he does. Facing this Blackhawks team, and it should be Soderblom. I'm expecting Soderblom. I don't think the Hawks would go back to Spencer Knight here on the second night of a back-to-back, but of course, until he's confirmed, he's not actually confirmed. But regardless, I locked in Hagel anytime goal here. I think that if you want to back Tampa Bay, Brandon Hagel anytime goal is the best way to do that here in this situation, unless you wanted to look at the Lightning team total. But with the fact that there are minus 300 favorites, that's going to be pricey for sure. But we will take a look at other players doing well heading into this game. And not a lot of guys on streaks here heading into this one. Other than Brandon Hagel, Jake Gensel has scored in back-to-back games for the Tampa Bay Lightning. And then assist streaks, Kucherov, but nothing you can do with that. Gensel back-to-back games with an assist. That's basically it here. So not a whole lot of guys on streaks here, except Brandon Hagel. We'll take him. Anytime goal here in this one. Good morning. Good morning, Ryan. No way did you post that. Over under his first words would be a swear word. uh, over. I think my first word is a swear. Either first or second, but yeah. Greaves. Yeah, he did great. He did great. Well, forget about it. We watched the games. There you go. Marchment, why didn't new coach put him in to get the empty netter? I'm not sure. Canes were minus 300 yesterday as well, and they lost to the Hawks. That's what happens when you put Frederick Anderson in net. If Brandon Bussey was in net, that game was not. That game would not have ended that score. But yeah, minus 300 favorites sometimes lose, and it's very profitable betting against them when they do lose, of course. But Bertuzzi has scored at least one goal in each of the Blackhawks' last 3 games on the second leg of a back-to-back. Okay, I like that. Freaky Friday, be worse predictability. Yeah, sometimes weird things happen, for sure. Isn't some them Bertuzzi the first goal for the team? Very possible. Vasi has only started once this season on the second half of a back-to-back. More likely it's Vasi tonight against the inferior team. Okay, that makes sense. Saw a sweet table on Reddit this morning for team back-to-back records on the second game of a back-to-back. That's awesome. Let us know. What teams are doing there on back-to-backs. But let's see here. Lightning puck line or nothing. Brandon Hagel anytime goal. Or even minus 2.5. Yeah. Either way, the Hawks already beat Vasi and the Bolts in Tampa, if that means anything. Thank you. I didn't even mention previous games between these teams. Thank you, IceX. Chicago is 3-1-1 in the last 5 meetings between these two teams. However, the road team is 8-2 in the last 10. So the road team, for some reason, does really well in this series. Back-to-back games under 5.5. The previous 3, 2 overs and 1 push. So totals all over the place. Road team usually does have success in this series, and they really should. But it's Freaky Friday, so who knows? Maybe Soderblom somehow gets a win here. But as long as he gives up a goal to Hagel, I'm fine with it. Hagel shoots more with Braden Point out. 3+ cover, 10-1 and 6 straight. Okay, I like that. They moved Aaron Radish assists to minus. Yeah, they'll do that. Eventually, they will catch up. Dogs have scored first period versus minus 300 faves in 12 of the 16 games this season. Okay, so maybe the Hawks are going to get a goal sometime early. And that works with Bertuzzi. First goal in the first period. Is that right? Plus 1,000. Okay. Which subreddit did you see that table on? Asking Brian. But we will move on along to our next game, which is probably the game of the night, the game that most people will be paying attention to here. Yeah, it is the game of the night. We've got the Vegas Golden Knights and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Vegas minus 125 road favorites. The Leafs plus 105 home dogs, and a total of 6 here. This was a pick'em yesterday, but it's not a pick'em anymore. Vegas minus 125 favorites here. Vegas 5-2 in the last 7 meetings between the two teams, and 5 of the last 6 have gone over 6.5. We usually see high-scoring games when these two teams face each other. Taking a look at goalies here, Aiden Hill unconfirmed in this game, but should start here on the second night of a back-to-back. Anthony Stolarz will be making his return to the lineup. He has not played since November 11th. And now he's back here. Overall in the season, 6-5-1, 3.5 goals against average, 884. Save percentage. Was not having a great start to the season before his injury. When I look at this one here, I know what everyone's going to be doing here, and I did it when these two teams just faced each other in Vegas. I was on Mitch Marner over 1.5 points. He ended up recording, I believe, 2 assists in that game. But he didn't score. I know that. He had multiple assists in that game. It was either 2 or 3, but I can't quite remember at this point in time. But this is a different situation. I took Marner over 1.5 points against his former team because he was in Vegas. He was going to deal with the home fans who were cheering him on. Now he's coming back home to Toronto, to his hometown team, and I just don't think he's going to get that same type of reception here tonight. Obviously, there will be fans that will cheer for him, but I think we're going to hear a lot more boos than we hear cheers. I think that could very well affect Marner in a different way than obviously it would have in Vegas. I think I'm staying off. Basically, long story short, I'm staying off his point prop here, or his over 1.5 point prop. Also, he's kind of cooled off these last couple games. He could very well come out here and have a huge game against his former team. And maybe if he does get booed, maybe it's going to light a fire under him. And maybe he has a really great game. I kind of think that it's probably going to go the other way. That would be my opinion. Looking at player props here, point prop wise, not a whole lot when it comes to value. Shea Theodore, a point in 7 of 10, plus 118, has had some success against Toronto recently. Goal streaks. Obviously, Skorofeyev scored yesterday. Pavel Dorofeyev, plus 210. If you wanted to go back to him, you could. Thomas Hertl is really heating up for Vegas as well. He scored in back-to-back games, 3 of 5. And then Mark Stone, Austin Matthews, other guys that have scored in 3 of their last 5 games. Plus 190 for Stone, plus 120 for Matthews. Power play point props. Both of these two teams have good penalty kills. But Jack Eichel, power play point, 4 of his last 5 games. Stone, 3 of his last 5. And Hertl, 3 of his last 5. The Vegas power play has been really good for a while now. Eichel, Stone assists, but parlay pieces. 5 games in a row for Eichel, 4 of his last 5 for Stone. And that's basically about it. Here, Marner does have an assist in 3 of 5. Minus 137 for him to get an assist here. Obviously, I mentioned I'm passing here with Marner in this game. But we'll go to the chat here and see what people think. Let's see here. There we go. Thomas Hertl has scored at least 1 goal in each of the Vegas Golden Knights' last 4 games on the second leg of a back-to-back. Okay. And he's heating up. Like I just said, he's heating up right now. Tampa has given up a first-period goal to the Dog in both games this season when favored 300+. Okay, I like that stat. Terry, take your profits, and you can buy a ticket for $8,300 Canadian for the game tonight on StubHub. Yeah, you're probably exaggerating a little bit, but yeah, it's going to be no, definitely not. I wouldn't even go to see the Wild play in Toronto because it's so pricey. Anything, I would end up going to Buffalo sometime. But I posted on Terry's X under today's show. Over on X. Okay, perfect. Mitch Marner, anytime goal, plus 225 and over 1.5 points. Okay. Vegas money line minus 125. All right. Terry, he was booed mercifully by the least faithful in Vegas last week every time he touched the puck. Okay. Obviously, yeah, their Leafs fans travel. Leafs fans travel. He's going to get it a lot worse tonight. I think we can agree on that. He's going to get it a lot worse tonight. But he did record, as he said, he got booed last time, and he did get multiple points. So we'll see what happens here. Marner assist, Hertl point, plus 146. Not a bad look. Can Marner handle the pressure? I don't think so, but I could totally be wrong. Marner's going to score the first goal, the last goal, overtime winner, and get a hattie. That would be handling the pressure. That would be handling the pressure for sure. Vegas money line, says Tim. They've had a lot of success against Toronto, but the second night of a back-to-back with travel, it's a bit rough for them. But Toronto here has been struggling. The Leafs have now lost 4 of their last 5. So Toronto's not doing too well right now. Nice, under 1.5 shots, minus 118. Under 1.5 shots, cashed in 10 straight. Okay. Vegas to score power play goals, minus 110 at DK. All right. Nice looks, West Coast. Not joking on the price. It's actually that much. Holy shit. Well, I guess because it's Marner's return, but God, hey, I will be going to see that game, that's for sure, because I've got to record the show tonight. So there we go. Priorities. But we'll continue on along with our next game, the St. Louis Blues and the Dallas Stars. The Blues, plus 125 road dogs. Dallas, minus 150 home favorites. And a total of 5.5 here in this one. Joel Hofer unconfirmed. Jake Ottinger unconfirmed. It should be Ottinger and net here in this one. In this game, Dallas 8-2-1 in the last 11 meetings between these two teams. They've had a lot of success against the Blues. 5 of the last 6 going under 5.5. And if I was betting something here, it would be the under 5.5. I don't want to bet an under, especially on a Friday night. I don't know if I've bet an under all year yet. I don't like betting unders. Not my type of thing. But looking at this game, this does feel like an under spot. But like I said in the breakdown when I was muted, this Dallas Stars team is so inconsistent right now. They could come out here like they did last night and not score any goals at all, maybe score 1 or 2, or they could explode like they did against Boston and score 6. So what are we going to get here? Both of these teams heavily trending towards the under right now. St. Louis has gone under in 4 games in a row. 3-0 win against Carolina, 3-2 shootout win against Tampa, 5-0 loss to Edmonton, 3-1 loss to Winnipeg. And then Dallas, as I said, 3-1 loss, 2-1 loss, 4-1 loss, 6-2 win, 1-0 loss. It's tough. This Dallas team is tough to handicap right now. This should be a smash spot for Dallas, but second night of a back-to-back, I'm going to pass here. Jordan Kyrou has a point in 4 of his last 5 games, minus 110. He's got some value here. No goal streaks, no power play streaks, no assist streaks here in this game. It's tough to bet player props here. As I said, I do lean with the under, but not going to get to it. I can't trust Dallas right now. And I don't trust this Blues offense at all either. Am I crazy to like the over 5.5? No, not crazy, but it is Freaky Friday. It's a Friday night. Weird things can happen. It could go over, but I can't go anywhere near the over or the under, either the over or the under here in this game. But there we go. Before we get to the next one here, Jimmy Snuggs 3+ shots on goal. Let's see here. Let's see how he's been doing. Shots on goal. Let's see. Oh, wow. Snuggerud has at least 3 shots on goal in 7 consecutive games, plus 105 to get 3 shots on goal here. 4 against Chicago, 5 against Utah, 4 against Vegas, 5 against Carolina, 4 against Tampa, and then 3 against Edmonton and Winnipeg in his last 2 games. I like it. Although I don't take shots on goal props because kind of a jinx when it comes to shots and goal props personally. So I will watch from the sidelines here. Blue Stars play again on Tuesday. Wow. All right. So could be some short-term revenge for whoever loses this game. But we'll move on along to our next game. We've got the Philadelphia Flyers and the ice cold Avalanche. The Flyers plus 235, road dogs, Colorado minus 290, home favorites, and a total of 6.5 here in this one. The Colorado Avalanche have lost 3 of their last 4 games, all at home. Now, 2 they lost in overtime, but still. This Avalanche team facing a little bit of adversity here, losing to Toronto, Nashville, and Anaheim. We're able to beat Washington, but Washington is just in trouble right now. We'll talk about them in a little bit. The Flyers had been giving up 5-6 goals a game, losing by multiple goals. Then had that 2-1 win against Vegas, ending their losing streak, and then went on to lose 5-4 in overtime to Utah in a game where the Flyers had control of that game, but let it slip away. Now they're heading here to face the Avalanche, who should definitely be pissed off with how things have gone for them in their last few games. But here we are with another pretty much minus 300 favorites here in this one. Colorado's won the last 4 games between these two teams, which shouldn't surprise anybody. 3 games in a row going under 5.5. So we've seen some low-scoring games between these two. Pass. Philadelphia's not playing very well right now. The Avalanche are finding ways to lose games in some of their most recent games, but this feels like it should be a smash spot for this Avalanche team, who this is the last game of their homestand. So they are on a 7-game homestand. They've gone 3-3 so far, 3-1-2 technically. This is the final game before they head out east: Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, Detroit. So yeah, I could see Colorado wanting to end this not so great homestand with a big win. So having said that, we will look at guys on streaks here in this game. Point props with value, not a whole lot. Travis Konechny, point 4 of his last 5, minus 132. Arturi Lehkonen, points in 3 games in a row, minus 120. But that's basically it. Goal streaks, Lehkonen has scored in back-to-back games, plus 225. No power play point streaks and no assist streaks. Nelson has an assist in back-to-back games. But that's it. That's it here in this one. So here. Good day, Terry. I made it to the live for a change. Hey, nice to see you, Captain Bry. Nice to see you. Hi, Terry. How are you? I won Boston plus 1.5 and your wild money line last night. Told you it was a lock. Crazy schedule today. Maybe smart to play small. Dallas is playing really bad. I agree with all that. I agree. Normal unit size for me, but just 5 plays total. 3 I'm giving you on the show. 1 members will get after the show is done, and then 1 other premium play over on picksandparlays.net. Took McDavid over shots and goal, and he gets 1. Oof. That's kind of like me when I take shots and goal props. They just don't go right. They don't go right. Brock Nelson, point 16-4 last 20, 9-2 last 11 versus the Flyers. Parlay with McKinnon goal pays plus 150. All right, best of luck. Night before, I took Sergachev shots and goal, and he gets 0. Oh, no. I'm done with shots and goal props as well, Terry. I feel you, Hal. I feel you. That's just what happens with me. That's why. I will mention the occasional one in the show, and I love people bringing it up too. So thank you to the guy who brought that up. But yes, I don't bet them personally. Captain Bry likes the Avs to take care of business. I could see that. Barry likes a closer game, but higher scoring. I could see that too. Colorado's won 4 straight versus Philly. Colorado shall win 1 unless, again, another giveaway. Colorado -1. goal. Crazy. We'll see. Top line, top power play, Olsen. Okay. All right. Nelson power play point plus 220. And Denver Barkey to score in Denver plus 500. Hey, interesting. I like it. But we'll continue on along to our next game, the Washington Capitals and the Calgary Flames. The Caps, minus 130, road favorites. The Flames, plus 110, home dogs, and a total of 6 here in this game. Going back here for a second, Mackenzie Blackwood likely for Colorado. I'm seeing Dan Vladar is unconfirmed, but I don't believe he's off IR. So something to keep an eye on when it comes to the Flyers goalie here in this situation. But back here for this one, Logan Thompson unconfirmed, Dustin Wolf confirmed here. Washington does play again tomorrow in Edmonton. So a normal Calgary-Edmonton back-to-back. When I look at this one here, previous games between these two teams, Washington 9-2-1 in the last 12 meetings. And 3 of the last 4 have gone under 5.5. So we actually have some lower scoring games when these two teams face each other. But the Washington Capitals are not an under team right now. 3-2 loss to San Jose, 5-2 loss to Florida, 5-2 loss to Colorado, and then a 4-3 loss to Vancouver. So the Capitals on a 4-game losing streak. The Flames had won back-to-back games against Chicago and the Islanders, but now back-to-back losses, 2-1 overtime to the Devils and 4-1 loss to Pittsburgh in their last game. For me here with this one, we're going with John Carlson over half an assist, plus 134. Carlson has an assist in 7 of his last 9 games, 3 multi-assist games during that stretch. He's absolutely red hot. And he has an assist in 4 games in a row against the Calgary Flames. This Capitals team is having success offensively. They just can't stop the puck right now. Maybe this is the right team for them to face here to get back on track. So we'll go with Carlson assists plus 134 here in this one. Taking a look at some other guys on streaks here. Igor Sharangovich has a point in 4 of his last 5 games for Calgary, plus 110 here. Goal streaks, not a whole lot. Same with power play point streaks. Dylan Strome, power play point, back-to-back games in 3 of 5. And then assist streaks, Wilson 4 of 5, plus 135. Ovechkin, Strome, back-to-back games with assists, plus 135, plus 126. And then, of course, Carlson, 3 of 5 as well in this game. Let's go here. Vladar is on the trip and skated the last 3 days and is expected to be activated. Okay. There you go. How is it going to be? First game back. Congrats. You get to face the Avalanche. not so great for him, but Sharangovich anytime goal and the Flames' first goal plus 850, not the first goal of the game. Scored Calgary's first goal in 3 of the last 4. Perfect. Flames team total under 3.5 and Blues team total under 3.5 plus 100. That is a very interesting parlay. I like it. The only thing that scares me a little bit is this Capitals team has been kind of leaky defensively right now and not getting the best goaltending overall. But if there's a spot to turn it around, it's this one against the Flames. Up next, we've got the Anaheim Ducks and the Seattle Kraken. The Ducks minus 105, road dogs. Seattle minus 115, home favorites. And a total of 6.5 here in this one. Looking at goalies here first. No one yet confirmed. Lucas Dostal, unconfirmed. Joey Decord, unconfirmed here in this one. How do these two teams do against each other? Well, it's very one-sided. The Kraken have won 10 of the last 12 games between these two teams. Seattle's already won both meetings this year and trying to keep that going here against the Ducks. I want to take Anaheim. I do. I want to take the Ducks here. I was very close to taking Anaheim in this spot. I like what I've seen from them. Over their last 5 games, they've won all 5. But their biggest issue during their losing streak was stopping the puck. They've been much better at that. 3-1 win, 3-2 win, 2-1 win, 5-3 win, and a 2-1 win in the shootout against the Avalanche in their last game. Seattle lost 4 games in a row, but beat the Islanders 4-1 in their last game. I really lean with Anaheim here, but division rivals, past history stats do matter. They really do. And I'm not saying Anaheim can't win this game. They definitely could. They're playing great hockey right now, but they've really struggled with this division rival in particular. So I'm going to pass. But I do lean with Anaheim big time here. I can't get to them with how well the Kraken have done against them. Point props here. Vince Dunn has a point in 4 of his last 5 games, plus 110, just to get a point here in this one. Brandon Montour has a point in 3 of his last 5 games for Seattle, plus 117. Other guys like Tolvanen and Kakko have points in 3 of 5, plus 128, plus 126. Definitely value with some point props here, especially on the Seattle side. Goal streaks. Jeffrey Veal has scored in back-to-back games for Anaheim, plus 650. Mason McTavish, but he's day-to-day here. He's scored in back-to-back games as well. Then assist streaks. Vince Dunn assist 4 of his last 5 games, plus 145. Montour assist back-to-back games. Same, and McCann 3 of 5. Jackson Lacombe 3 of 5. Plus 162 for McCann assist. Plus 172 for Montour. Plus 145 for Jackson Lacombe. And Jaden Schwartz has an assist in back-to-back games. Plus 293 here in this game. I would kind of lean with the under as well here. This Ducks team has been playing towards the under recently. And the Kraken kind of up and down. And as 4 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams have gone under 5.5. So usually low-scoring games, Seattle finds a way to win. I lean with the under, and no thoughts on the side. I'm completely torn here. Def's on Carlson assist. I like to hear it, Charles. I like to hear it. Vince Dunn assist, plus 150. Yeah, not a bad look at all. Not a bad look. Ducks finally get their win here versus the Kraken. Ducks money line plus 100. Can't talk you off at Captain Bride. They are the better team for sure right now. Just can they beat this division rival they just struggled against? McCann point, 5 of 6 at home, 7 of last 10, 10 of last 12 versus the Ducks, minus 125. Not a bad look. Not a bad look. Especially Dostal stinks versus the Kraken. Okay. And Robert's taking the Ducks, plus 100. All right. Good luck, guys. I will be watching from the sidelines on that one. New Jersey Devils and the Vancouver Canucks. New Jersey, minus 155 road favorites. The Canucks, plus 130 home dogs. And a total of 6. And for the first time in a long time, there's no Hughes Bowl anymore. Normally when these two teams face each other. Vancouver has won 3 of the last 4 meetings between the two teams. And usually very high-scoring games when these teams face each other. 7 overs, 1 under, and 1 push in the last 9 meetings between these two teams. So usually we get a bunch of goals here when these two teams face each other. How are these two teams doing as of late? Well, New Jersey's won 4 or 5. They've won back-to-back games by a score of 2-1. 2-1 in Calgary, 2-1 in Edmonton. Their previous 2 games, 4-1 loss to Calgary, 3-2 win to Seattle. So the Devils are not an over team right now. The Canucks finally got a win. It's been a long time since they got a win, breaking their losing streak, a 4-3 win against Washington. 4-3 loss against Islanders, 6-0 loss against Edmonton in their previous 2 games. So the Canucks more of an over team. The Devils more of an under team overall right now. So I'm not going to get to the side or total here, but I am on a player prop. Give me Dougie Hamilton. Over half a point, plus 105 here in this one. Hamilton's red hot right now. He has a points in 6 games in a row since being that healthy scratch. It's pretty common knowledge that New Jersey wants to move him. He wants to be traded. He's very likely going to be traded before the deadline. And now he is obviously on a 6-game point streak. So he is showing off to potential trade partners on what they would get in a trade for him. So playing well, and now he's facing this Canucks team who have the worst record in the NHL. They've allowed the most goals against in the NHL. A great spot for him to continue his point streak. So we'll take Dougie Hamilton over half a point, plus 105 here. I did see minus 110 at some other spots, so shop your odds here. Try to get the best odds you can for this play. Markstrom unconfirmed and Kevin Lankinen unconfirmed here in this game. But let's go to the chat here. Let's see here. Dunn point and Seattle wins. Okay. All right. Dougie Hamilton assists plus 140. You could go that way if you wanted for the better plus money. You could. Too bad I got here late because I like the earlier slate better. I'll definitely be rewatching after the show. Hey, no problem, Captain Brian. No problem. But final game of the night is the member play of the day. So hit the join button and become a member on the YouTube channel. You will get my premium play in this game, and then you get all my plays tomorrow on the Saturday slate, which will be posted tomorrow around noon or before noon tomorrow morning. My full NHL card. But here in this one, the Rangers minus 105, the Sharks minus 115, and a total of 6.5 here in this one. No confirmed goalies here. Jonathan Quick unconfirmed. Alex Nedeljkovic unconfirmed here in this one. Quick has not been good at all. 3-11-2, 3.19 goals against average, 885 save percentage. It's been rough. Father time has caught up with Mr. Quick. Alex Nedeljkovic on the other side, 9-8-2 in the season, 2.92 goals against average, 899 save percentage. But he's been playing very well recently. And he has been the one who's been kind of winning games here for the Sharks team. Askarov on the other side has continued to struggle a little bit, but it does look like it'll be Nedeljkovic. No one yet confirmed here in this game. Looking at player props here, I did want to get involved in some player props with San Jose, but I'm waiting to see lines. I did see yesterday, I believe it was, some different line combinations for the Sharks, so I've not been able to refine that tweet that I saw. So I kind of want to see I want to see line combinations before I really jump into the props here. If you're looking at who's hot right now, the guys with value are the Rangers. Mika Zibanejad, a 10-game point streak. He's absolutely on fire right now. JT Miller, a 4-game point streak, both doing well. Trocheck, a 3-game point streak. Of course, would have to be parlay pieces. No one really on any kind of goal streak right now. Not a lot of power play success. And then assists, Panarin assist, minus 120, 4 of his last 5. Zibanejad and Trocheck both have assists in multiple games. Plus 105 for Zibanejad, plus 115 for Trocheck here in this one. So right now, only the premium, the member play of the day, but may get to some props a little bit later on, closer to game time here in this one. Knock, knock. Who's there? The Buffalo Sabres. No joke. There you go, real deal. There you go. They've been doing really well. They have. Evander Kane with back-to-back games with a goal. Okay. Did I miss him somehow? Terry, great show. Thank you. Good luck to all. You too, Sports Picks, Doc Casino. Sharks money line, minus 115. Graph point, plus 120. I want to make sure he's still on that top line. I do. I want to make sure he's still on that top line because I did see some different line combos. And I believe when I saw that he was on the second line. So I want to see what's going on. But Yeah, if he's plus money to get a point on the top line with Celebrini against Jonathan Quick and the New York Rangers, my hands will be tied and I'll have to take him for a point for sure. You do love this game over 6.5 minus 128. I can see it. And Panarin anytime goal. All right. He's trying to impress whoever's going to trade for him. That's for sure. But that's the entire Friday slate. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and come back on later on tonight when I record the live show for the Saturday slate here on the channel. And then if you want the member play of the day, other premiums, hit the join button and become a member here on the YouTube channel. Hey, Terry, I just hopped on. Wow, the Sharks are favored. Yeah, and I believe they were minus 130 last night, or I believe they were minus 130 last night. So, yeah, the line's kind of been a little bit weird there. Zibanejad, first Rangers goal. He has scored their first goal 12 times this season. Wow, I like it. Sharks team total over 3. Not a bad look. Zibanejad under 2.5 shots on goal, minus 135. Covered this 9-1. Last 10 on the road. Okay, that's interesting. Barry likes the Rangers to win 4-3. All right. And Hockey Day, Minnesota tomorrow, Wild versus Panthers. Yes, it is. We know what to do, Terry. And you will hear my thoughts on that game definitely later on tonight when I record the show for tomorrow's slate. Thank you guys for watching. Best of luck on your bets tonight. And we'll see you guys later on tonight for another episode. Picks on Net, NHL Picks and Stats. Thanks for watching, guys.